Hi and welcome to the Happiness Safari podcast. My name is Nadine and I'm on a mission to guide you on your journey of self-discovery through yoga and coaching. I teach yoga online and in person, and I run unique retreats all over the world. Currently, I'm in beautiful Bali and I sit here on my terrace, and sorry for the sounds in the background, but this is literally the quietest space I could find to record this introduction for you. But don't worry, the episode will be in perfect sound quality. And also here in Bali, I'm hosting my next yoga retreat in February, which is already booked out. But we will still have an early bird prize for the next retreat in Portugal, which will take place in the first week of May. And you can check my website, happiness-safari.com, to secure your space, and also get in touch with me if you have any questions. But make sure you get these early bird prizes until Valentine's Day, the 14th of February. And yeah, maybe bring your spouse or bring your best friend or bring your mom or your daughter or somebody with you. Then you even save more money, but don't miss a chance to join us in beautiful Portugal in May. And today on the podcast, I talked to Patrycja, one of these lovely women I met in Lagos, and she started on a journey of self-healing, facing financial struggles, dissatisfaction with her job, lack of self-confidence, and no meaningful relations. Problems I think you and me all know. And she turned to books, documentaries, and people for guidance, using techniques such as Ho'oponopono, Theta Healing, affirmations, meditation, manifestation, and self-hypnosis. Along the way, she found her own unshakable belief, love, and trust in a higher power. She discovered that many of her clients were also looking for answers, and she realized she could help them. She shares her knowledge about Rapid Transformational Therapy, RTT, a type of therapy that combines elements of hypnotherapy, neuroscience, and cognitive-behavioural therapy. And now I tried it myself, and I can tell you, it works. It is designed to help you overcome various issues, including anxiety, depression, addiction. RTT is typically administered by trained therapists such as Patrycja, and focuses on assisting individuals in identifying and changing the underlying beliefs and patterns of behavior contributing to their problems. So from this episode, you will learn, obviously, more about Rapid Transformational Therapy and how it can change your unconscious behaviors and beliefs, why your life has to do something with yourself, how you can identify the blocks stopping you from being happy, and how you can learn a language while you're asleep. And so many more things. Patrycja is sharing her own story, and I love the interview with her. I really hope that you enjoy this episode too. Hi Patrycja, welcome to the Happiness Safari podcast. Very happy to have you here in person in Lagos today.
Thank you very much.
So we will speak about Rapid Transformational Therapy and your story as well, and many more things.
Oh, amazing. Amazing, because it's, even if it wasn't my work, I think it is such an exciting topic to talk about that. Yeah, I'm very excited and looking forward to speak about this.
Yeah, that's maybe a question to start so people can get to know you more. What actually, makes you most excited in life?
Most excited in life, understanding the powers of our own mind and how it works. I was always fascinated about unknown things in life, things you cannot explain, maybe even with science. And I like it very much. My partner is very scientific. He needs proof for everything.
Mine as well.
Yes. So we're on the same boat.
Maybe the male side.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I think, like, sometimes I feel like I know something. I don't need to prove how it works. But then a few months later, he will show me research proving that thing. And it's like, I knew it already for so long, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it is very exciting to know what we are capable of, and it makes me realize how little we know, really, and like how much we can discover, and it's just so fascinating. I love that. I love learning. I just love knowing. new stuff.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, me too. But it's what they say, right? It's like the more you don't know, the more you think you know, and the more you know, the more you know you don't know.
Yes, exactly. It's always like you go for one thing, and just to learn that actually there is like a whole thing of the things that's hiding behind that, and how much you don't know. Really.
Yeah, very good. And yeah, I know that you've been trying a lot of things in your life to discover and learn more things about yourself, and also heal and transform yourself. Would you like to share with the listeners how this journey started?
I think it started with not having TV. It was so interesting because all my life I lived in flats that had internet and they had TV, they were fully furnished. And then one day I moved to this completely empty flat. There was no TV, there was no internet, and it took me, I think, 3 weeks to sign up and have the internet company to come. And I thought, what are you doing without TV? Like you always watch something. And then in those 3 weeks, I learned that, okay, so I will watch some books. I will read some books. And then I started watching documentaries, and I started being very selective about what I'm watching, because with TV, you always have it in the background. You watch what is there. You never make an effort. And then, I started reading books. I started watching documentaries, and it was like a cave of knowledge, the things we were never told. And this is how it started for me, I think. Who would think that actually not having TV, you just don't have TV and you will be spiritual and you will be enlightened and you will find happiness in life and everything. It will be a life-changing experience, just not having TV in your house. So since then, I never bought a TV, and I move often to flats, and obviously they do have, but they are more like I cover them with plants, and they never even been switched on.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, same for me. I had my last TV, I don't know, when I was maybe 24 or something.
Wow.
And then when I don't know, I just, moved, but I never bought one. I never had one. And then, I think in our apartment, like with my ex-partner, we had one at home, or like then we bought one again. But it was really just to watch movies or documentaries on Netflix, but not like having the TV on like that. I haven't done.
And do you find it interesting? Like sometimes when I go for treatment to clients and during massage, for example, they like watching TV or they having TV, and then I'm always fascinated to see like wow, first of all, the TV's changed so much that you can see 3D and like all the details, and also that how arts are now different. Like I feel like I lived in innocent times. Now it's all crazy and like it is fascinating, but at the same time, because you're outside, it makes you realize that you're not missing much.
Interesting. But so then there wasn't really, you didn't have any pain, or you didn't think there was anything you wanted to solve. You were basically just bored,
I also was lucky. I had a friend who was very spiritual, and she always pushed me to show me, oh, read this karmic, something about karma. And I was very much karma. What is karma? What is tapping? What is this stuff? And then she was pushing me a little bit gently, and I was reading about it, and I was discovering that actually, because back then I wasn't a happy person. I wasn't in a happy relationship, but I didn't know it wasn't happy. And all these things pushed me to realization that actually I can change that I am not a victim of circumstances, that I am creator of my reality, that I can work on myself, and that, like, I think the hardest part was taking responsibility that my partner is treating me this way because there is something in me that drove him to me in the first place, and that everything around me is the reflection of what is inside. And then I was searching for tools how to change the inside, which is so hard.
Wow, yeah. But did you stay with him during the process, or did you end it?
No. It was long, many years, and I think I like to think that the universe sometimes have to put us on our knees until we really have the motivation. This is enough. I'm not gonna take it anymore. And it took me 4 years to be like, okay, this is enough. Or maybe I was just so brilliant at doing internal work that actually then it just changed. Or maybe I saw the things after that I didn't see at the beginning, and I had the strength to leave. And
But how is that realization? Because as you're saying, it's the hardest part to realize it has something to do with you. And I think it's if you tell some people, like if you would tell your friend, like if your partner's treating you that way, it has something to do with you, you're like, who are you? You're not my friend. Like, why would you say something like that?
Absolutely. Right? Oh yeah, it is very hard because you just don't want to believe it. You don't want to accept, because why would you even do that to yourself? And it's hard to come to this conclusion in the moment, but I think you take some space and you step outside and you step out of this emotion of whatever, anger, sadness, jealousy, whatever it is, then you can come to the conclusions. And maybe it's reading, it's educating yourself, watching documentaries and asking for help as well. Not necessarily, back then I didn't go to therapy, but maybe like asking for help internally, and then the message will come in a form of book or a movie or a conversation with a friend. They will say something that will trigger you into thinking.
Yeah. And what do you do now? So I'm assuming you probably still sometimes have a fight with your partner. So how do you treat that now that you don't know?
Exactly the same way. I try to always go and find what's the reason in me, which I know causes probably even more problems with my boyfriend, because he doesn't understand. I need to withdraw. I need to listen to myself. I need to meditate on that. I need to do some internal work, because it takes me always a while to figure out why something is happening. Yeah. But it is. I like to believe that there are many roads leading to Rome, and even though I have so many different tools, not always they are working. Like sometimes just meditation is enough, sometimes feeding your demons is enough, sometimes radical forgiveness, sometimes affirmations, sometimes different things, or therapy, or so you have to sometimes go through many of them until you find the one that is work for you at this particular time for this particular situation.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and then would you like to share some of the tools you just mentioned? Like, how did you find them, and which ones are the most interesting or life-changing?
Obviously, Rapid Transformational Therapy. This is what I'm doing now. I found that it's the easiest, the most amazing, and it helps me or allows me to work with people who are both spiritual and not so much. The tool that changed my life would be Theta Healing.
Okay.
It's very much like hypnosis, but it's more spiritual. It gave me a lot of insight. I remember I signed up for a session to try it, and I loved the outcome, but I thought I have so many problems that I will go bankrupt if I go for every single problem to the therapist. And I thought, wouldn't it make more sense to learn and then do those sessions on myself, on every problem? And this is what I did. But I found it difficult to use it to work on other people, because I know what's happening in me internally. And
how is that working, actually? Because I've never tried.
So it is like, it requires a connection to creator.
Okay.
So the problem is that sometimes if you have a bad day, you cannot connect to the creator, and it's fine. You can try again tomorrow. But if you have a client, you cannot try again tomorrow. And I also found it difficult. Like, we can talk about creator, universe, energy, but what if I'm dealing with someone who is very logic and scientific? If I tell them creator, like, they will be already a block. No, I'm not believing in what you're doing. So, and with Rapid Transformational Therapy, there is no mentioning of this woo stuff.
Okay.
This energy is just pure science. And I don't have to be connected to anyone, because actually you are doing the work. I am just guiding you. While in Theta Healing, we are both connected. And we both do things. But it was really life-changing because it's the only time when I can speak to Creator, which is like, I don't know.
But how do you do that? Tell us a little bit about the Theta Healing, and then we go to the...
So it's a form of guided meditation when you guide yourself through different planes, through different realities to connect with the light. And this light is the Creator. So if you guided yourself nicely and you are in this right state of mind, you can connect to this light and you can ask questions and then you get answers. And obviously, I know it can be all my imagination. It's not even Creator, but like you just know the way you feel there when you connected with this light is like you never felt anywhere, and you just know. You feel like home, you just know.
Yeah.
So
I know the feeling of knowing.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, exactly. How do you get the answers? Because people ask, and I think it's different for everyone. But you would either see something, or you would just feel it, right? Yeah. Or like people say, do I hear voices? But you hear it in a different
so
way.
I would describe how Creator is talking to me is combination of knowing, hearing, seeing. All of this, yes. Yeah. It's like, it's my voice, but it's not my voice. It's masculine, but it's not masculine. It is like, it's very often you ask a question and before you finish the question, you already know the answer. And the answer is so long, it's like a massive download of information that you just comprehend in 1 second. Because when you try to, it takes the sentence is this long, but it's just this understanding on so many levels that you receive in 1 second.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so sometimes it comes like I really get the answer, and sometimes I get like as if Creator is joking with me, but sometimes it's just an image or memory or things like that. So I never had it with any other modality ever.
Okay, and what's the most life-changing answer you got?
Wow. I think I get them all the time because it's like with every problem there is something. And so it's not like one thing that really changed my life. It's just at this stage of my life, that was life-changing. At this stage of the life, that was life-changing. Yeah. But I think it would be, the most life-changing would be maybe not to judge. Like so often maybe I judge my mom for something, and then you learn that actually you can be in the same situation, and understanding. Yeah. It was very eye-opening, many experiences.
Did you tell her?
No, because I think my mom is very old-fashioned. She doesn't understand therapy. My both parents, they don't understand what is meditation. I cannot tell them energy. I don't think she would ever believe me that I speak to Creator or I sense something. No, they understand therapy as going to a doctor because you are mentally, something is wrong with you. So they don't understand that therapy is now trendy. Everybody has a therapist. So I never spoke to her about it, but a little bit. I try every now and then to say something to like guide her, and she understands. But she's opening now, which is funny. It took like 20 years. Now I think maybe parents, when they grow older,
they get softer.
Yeah, the testosterone goes down, and they start understanding stuff.
Yeah, because what are you telling them? What do you do for a living?
Well, I think I'm a massage therapist. That's it. They do. They know all my dark history and all the dodgy stuff. But actually, I think my parents always knew that I do some dodgy stuff. I think that this is what they think. And funny with my parents, when I tell them the truth, they don't believe me. But I can make up, I don't know what kind of lie, and they will think it's true. So it's so funny. I was like, really, I tell you the truth, and my mom, oh yeah, sure. But this is the truth. So I thought like, we are in different worlds, and it's okay.
It's good you accepted that, because I think that's also a hard lesson that we cannot really change other people, and especially our parents.
Yes, I was always thinking when I discover how much work is there, to do. For a short time, I was blaming my mom that, "Mom, why you didn't start some work so I don't have to do everything myself? Like we could divide and we could get to happiness sooner, and now I have to do everything because you." It's just like,
I never saw it that way.
and I never, and you know, and it's gonna take forever. But now I think it's okay now.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, now tell us about rapid transformational therapy.
Okay, so where do I start? So mind, I believe that mind is the most powerful tool we have, and it holds all the answers. And this realization that we have subconscious mind and conscious mind, and that everything, 90% of our life is in the subconscious, and that we really know very little. And hypnosis, because rapid transformational therapy uses hypnosis to get to the subconscious mind.
So, first question, I have to interrupt you more often.
Yes, sure.
So what if people say they don't believe in hypnosis? Does it still work?
When they say they don't believe in hypnosis, well, unfortunately, most of the people believe in all the things that movies are telling us about hypnosis. And we need to realize that it's made for entertainment. I remember I had a friend, a client, I don't know if you ever watched Suits, the TV. And I told her how I love it, how amazing it is. But she was studying law, and she told me how she cannot watch it because she said it's so full of lies. Nothing is like how they show it on there, and she cannot watch it because it just triggers her too much. That it's all lies. And I thought, oh, really? And I think it's the same with hypnosis. That it's all for entertainment. It's staged. It has nothing to do with the real life. And hypnosis is very safe, very effective, and yeah, exactly nothing like what we were told.
But you have to be, I mean, if I would say, okay, I'm open to try, but I feel like it doesn't work for me, would it still work?
I would say, I believe that half of the success is in the mindset. So if you think something wouldn't work, it wouldn't work. It's with everything. I swear, it doesn't matter if it's hypnosis. I have this about Reiki. I know there are people who have amazing experiences with Reiki. I tried twice, didn't work, and doesn't work.
Because you don't believe in it.
Yeah, because I am shaped by those two experiences that I had. I understand they may be not good teachers or masters of Reiki. I would be open to try again to prove me wrong. But I think everything starts with the right mindset. And if you think something works, it will work. Because otherwise, if you try and you don't see the results, it's more that you wouldn't notice the results. Because you would think, oh, it doesn't work. The results are there, but you just don't see them. It's because hypnosis doesn't work.
It's what I say to my clients often, is that to my yoga students, when they come and then they say, can I do it? And I was like, well, if you believe you can do it, you can do it. And then you can improve. And then they see the results. And I have a new student and she's 57 and she started with me, and now she practiced 10 days in a row and she already improved so much. And yeah, it's like because she believed she could, and I was like, there you go. But then if you're saying, it's not for me, like it doesn't work, and you stop, then obviously nothing will happen.
Yeah, I think that it's either you believe it will work or you are open. Like not having this negativity, it doesn't work. But being open, like, I don't know, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, let's see.
Okay. So for everybody who's still with us and open or believing it's working, tell us more than what you do.
So I am a massage therapist, I am sound healer, and I do this rapid transformational therapy, which is my latest baby, and I love it the most. Maybe because massage is still in my heart, it's my biggest passion, but I notice I cannot help people as much with massage as I can with therapy. Because massage is obviously, if you come to me with a pain, I can solve the pain for 1 week or a few days. But if you come back to your lifestyle or to the thing that caused the pain in the first place, if you keep on going to the gym, you're going to experience pain and you're going to come back. So if you don't change your laptop position, you're going to have the same issues. But with therapy, I'm making life-changing changes. Life-changing changes. Someone struggled with a problem for so many years, and it's just one session and it's gone. And to know that I am part of it, like I participate, I witness it, it makes me feel so special.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's irreplaceable. I have a kind of deal with universe that as a gratitude for showing me all these methods and the teachers and the books and the courses I can sign, I understand that my role now is not to keep it for myself, but to spread it further. So universe gives me, but I have to give as well.
Yeah.
And it was very eye-opening to realize that actually it's so easy. That happiness is easy. I mean, it's hard, but it's easy at the same time. And like it doesn't have to be the way it is, and you can change it. And here are the methods. You can do this.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow, and just choose what is working for you the best.
Yeah. Nice, yeah, I like that. I follow the same principle, I think. I mean, first, like picking the tools, and also if you find something good, share it with the world.
Yeah.
I think it's our duty to do and even when I was in a really bad depression, like during that time, I remember I was reading a book and it just had some, I don't know, motivational like quotes or exercises, actually mindfulness exercises. And I did them every morning. And then every morning I took a picture of the page and I sent it like to my family and to my friends, just because like I was experiencing it, that, I mean, it was like helping a little bit, like I already wanted to share it. And then everything I discover, like I always want to share it. And I do think we want to do that in general, right? That's why we have a share function on like Facebook or Instagram, or if we see events or we see cool things happening, we want to share with others. We're here to spread the knowledge and spread the tools.
And it's so easy because it takes seconds. And the best part is, like I experienced the other day, I shared something on Instagram, and then a friend messaged me saying that it was personal message to her. That it doesn't matter 100 people saw it or didn't see it, but it just needed this one person. And that was the message, because as I said at the beginning, you ask a question internally and the universe will provide answer, and sometimes it provides it in a book, sometimes in a video, and sometimes in a story of someone's Instagram.
True.
It's also funny how sometimes when I had some relationship issues, my Instagram, my reels are always the same: recipes and funny animals, ideally dogs. And that day I woke up, I went on their Instagram, and there was one reel from Sadhguru about relationship, and then another one. I need, and it was like, I know it's random and algorithm, but sometimes you just get the answer. Like, where suddenly those relationship advices came on my reel? Where are all the recipes and dogs?
So actually, you're saying that Instagram is actually a spiritual tool.
Maybe universe. Okay,
the
she
modern
watches
words.
reels.
Yeah.
She watches reels. This is the only way to get to her.
Yeah.
I have to do it this way, because if I show her, she doesn't watch TV. I cannot do this. She doesn't go out to see friends. I cannot.
She doesn't want to read the books now, which is there in the shelf.
It's laying down there for 6 months. All the answers have it. Like, do you have it? Sometimes there is a book, and it was there for so long, and it took you so many months finally open, and all you ever wanted to know at this moment was actually there, and it was there for so long, waiting for you. So sometimes it comes in reels. So Instagram is not so bad sometimes.
No, it's how you use it. Actually. And I mean, you can use it in a self-destructive way and look at top models and be jealous that you're not that skinny or tall or rich or famous. Or you can use it for inspiration. I mean, like all the amazing, most inspiring people are on Instagram.
Absolutely.
And I mean, even not the Dalai Lama himself, but there is an account quoting him, or Sadhguru or Tony Robbins, whoever. Like you can get so much inspiration from everyone for free. But tell us more about the therapy and so the hypnosis, the process.
So you mean how the session looks like, or what it deal with?
Yeah, everything.
So there is a concept that there is a reason behind everything, that nothing is random. If you have some physical issue or emotional issue, there is a reason behind that. And rapid transformational therapy is all about finding that reason. Because first of all, it gives you amazing liberation to know that the reason you have now relationship problems is because of something your dad did when you were 6 years old. Or the reason you have weight issues is because when you were a little kid, you were bullied. And back then you thought like, oh, if only I was bigger. And there is this amazing thing that the mind always listens, and its job is to always give us what it thinks we want. So if you, for example, say, I wish I was bigger, your mind is, I'm on it. I will make sure you are bigger. And then you go through life, or like for the same with the weight issues. It may be that when you were a little kid, a neighbor looked at you funny in a sexual way. And since then you hide in yourself or your femininity behind the weight. And now you are grown-up women. Whatever you do, whatever diet you try, you cannot lose this weight because the reason behind this weight is protection from dirty looks. So you can go back with the therapy and heal that little girl and learn that actually now you are a grown-up woman. And if he looks at you funny, you will just shout at him or kick his balls or call the police or try, like if you tell the guy about sexual harassment, then they stop and they apologize. Like you have so many tools, you are a different woman now.
Yeah.
But we still live according to the beliefs formed by little kids. Because every single session I ever did, except for one, the root cause was in the first 7 years of life.
Oh.
When we don't even remember what happened.
Exactly, because many people would also say, I don't really remember my childhood.
Yeah.
I don't remember that time.
Exactly. And imagine you don't remember events that shaped who you are today. And it's crazy, and it allows you to go back, revisit those events, change the meaning, because it's not the events that hurt us, but how we interpret those events. Because the same thing can happen to both of us.
Yeah.
Like there was this amazing story of a woman who found out that her parents wanted abortion. In the end, they had her, but they wanted to abort her. So she went through life thinking, my own parents don't want me. Like how I can achieve anything. And at the same time, it was very similar circumstances. Another woman thought, wow, my own parents didn't want me, but they still made it. I'm still here. Wow, the universe really must want me to be here. And she became like a lawyer and spokesperson for women. And so it's the same event, but it can be interpreted in both different ways, and you have. So it is really life-changing.
And it always works.
It always, it works if you really want it, if you want the change. It works if you follow, because after session there is some homework to do, which is listening to the self-hypnosis recording to reprogram your thinking. Because the session is a little bit like, let's say you are sick and you want to find out why you are sick. So you go to the session to find out, this is what happened that caused illness. But the personal recording is the medicine you apply. So sometimes just knowing why you are sick helps, but sometimes you still need medicine. So you need to ideally apply both to have like really good results. So the only time when I know that someone didn't get results is because they said, well, I didn't have time to listen to recording. Or I listened, but like every second day. No.
But you have to listen to it every day and
for
21 days for 20 minutes.
Yes, because they say 21 days to make or break a habit. And this is what you have to do. You have to remove this old belief. You now know which beliefs causing the problem. It's a little bit like having MP3 player with the songs that you recorded when you were 5 years old. Or maybe you recorded by accident, you just press the button and it recorded a song. And now this song is being replayed till today in all areas of your life. And you can do various sessions or various modalities to learn that, oh, you can go to therapy and the therapist will tell you, look, the song doesn't serve you. And you realize, oh yeah, it's a very negative song and it's very bad quality. And I actually don't like this music anymore. And I like, yes, so you understand, you have the concept and awareness that it doesn't serve you, but the song is still there. You have to physically remove it and record something new. Because if you don't, the song is still there and it's still being replayed. You cannot just tell to MP3 player, okay, I don't like this song, play me something different. But how? You need to make the effort of, So this is what recording is about. We recording new stuff.
And listening is like lying down and
it's like a meditation. You either listen to this first thing in the morning or last thing before you go to sleep. I used to use mine as an afternoon nap because it's 20 minutes. Very often you go to sleep, which still works because subconscious records all the time.
It does, really?
When you sleep. That's why they sometimes
people say they don't have time then.
But you can just you can follow, because this is how some people learn languages, right? While they sleep. It doesn't work that you can listen to something for whole night, because I think there is certain time, I'm not sure now how long, but after, let's say, 1 hour, your mind takes background noise as a background and disassociated with it. But there is some window, like let's say half an hour or 1 hour, when your mind really records.
It's probably, there's the alpha, theta, gamma, and what level you are. And if you're in a deep sleep phase and you need recovery or not.
And I like it because then we take away our conscious logic mind that will be criticizing the video, the record. Like sometimes we have it. Like if I listen to my record, I'm like, oh yeah, I know what I'm gonna say, or I know I'm gonna now do like the sound. There will be like, like there is this conscious mind that always gets in the way. But if you fall asleep, it's like you take away the conscious and the recording just does the job.
But you never tried to learn a language with that?
No, but I learn languages very easily, with the app, so I never have a problem with that.
But interesting.
But I think yes, you can.
Very interesting. So you're saying basically one session and then listen to the recording, and that's changing your life.
Yes,
the biggest problems in your life.
Because the purpose is not to create a dependency on the therapist. Because I meet so many people, and it a little bit breaks my heart when I hear, oh, I go to my therapist for the last 3 years, once a week. And I think, this is so wrong. If you go to the session, you get straight to the root cause. Yes, it can be painful, or traumatic or difficult, but it's only 90 minutes, 2 hours, and that's it done, rather than taking it in time. It's a little bit like going to the dentist with a toothache. And in a normal therapy, obviously not to saying that normal therapy is bad, because it also helps people, but it's like going to dentist and saying, oh, my pain, my tooth aches. Oh, how high is the pain between 1 and 10? Oh, it's like this much. Okay, yes, maybe you shouldn't eat the sweets. Oh yeah, okay, come back next week, we talk about it again. While in other therapies, you have a toothache, okay, let's have a look at your tooth, we're gonna take it out or something. It's gonna hurt now, but then you are free from pain forever. But some people don't like it. It's better just to take it slowly. And I also believe the wound is never gonna heal if you open it every week. If you look at this over and over, as soon as it starts healing, you open it again and look. No, you just do it once, you do the work, you do the cleaning, and then leave it plaster on and just let it heal. So I like it. It's for, I would say, brave-hearted. You have to be. We may uncover some traumatic events that you don't even remember or you didn't want to remember, and it may be painful, but you are in a safe environment. I am always there, or a therapist, wherever you go, is there to guide you, and it gives you this amazing safe space to look at the traumatic event from a different perspective.
Wow. I like it. I'm the type for that.
I love it. I so regret I cannot do it on myself.
Why not?
Because I would hypnosis is about going to a different state of mind, but asking questions is the conscious mind. So I cannot drift between conscious and like theta and alpha, on how I wish.
So you need somebody who does a session with you, but then you could do your own recording.
But recordings I do for everything. On my phone, I have like 12 recordings for whatever. At the moment, I am listening. Whole December is about sparking up the age reversing processes in my body.
Nice.
You can really go tap into intelligence of your body and say what you want and double the amount of antioxidants in your body and, doing all these things. Tell your body, because isn't this amazing? We hear all the time some sudden remissions or sudden healing that cannot be explained. I really feel the body it's such an extraordinary machine, such a complicated intelligence. And we just have to learn how to. So I am going there to hypnosis, guiding my body, saying, do this for me. Do it the way you want to do it. I trust you. You know the best, but this is my priority now.
So you're just listening to your own recordings without doing the session before. And it still works.
I hope so. I mean, we will see if soon.
But I mean, with the other months or the other things?
No, but it does. I definitely healed myself. I had a scooter accident a year ago. And after the scooter, I had a really big fear on getting on a scooter again. And every time I was on the scooter, I felt very nervous, and I knew that it's asking for another accident. Really, like if you are nervous getting on the scooter by being nervous, it's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. So I had to reprogram my thinking that actually I am excited, I feel relaxed, I know how to drive, I always knew, and all these things, and now I'm driving like a Formula One. So I believe it works. For me, it is the best method ever.
So every month you have a different theme, and you just listen 21 days.
Like whatever I need at the time. Sometimes I need confidence. Sometimes I need, I don't know, attracting clients. Whatever I do is always for just doing something. I don't know what is the reason why I don't have clients. I mean, with the scooter, I know it was the scooter accident. So sometimes applying medicine works, right? If you have a headache, you can take the general aspirin and the headache will go away. You just never know why you got the headache in the first place. Was it because of the weather, or was it because you slept wrong, or because I don't know? But it still can work. So for me, it's okay. And I still, every now and then, I exchange sessions with other therapists. So I do have sessions.
Okay, nice. And what else? So what can people treat? Like you're saying, negative beliefs, or like weight problems, or also phobias, or fears, or what?
Everything. So it's the confidence, self-esteem, fear, performance, naming the blocks that you have. Like literally, you can look at your life, and if you are not happy with something, you want to change it. And then you identify the blocks that are behind this. So it can be the weight, the fear, the public speaking, confidence, self-esteem, phobias, physical issue, any illnesses, like even if it's cancer. It's even why you have cancer. Nothing is random. Why is you? Why you have it? So it's depression, it's anxiety, it's worrying. What is the thought or belief running behind the worry? Why are you worried about? And then repairing that, deep inside.
Wow, very cool. Super interesting. Yeah, nice. Is there anything else you want to share about this topic we forgot to talk about?
No, I think we spoke enough. I hope we sparked the curiosity. I would say go and try for yourself, and don't believe what they say on the TV about otherwise they wouldn't call it hypnotherapy. And it's actually very effective. I believe there was a study done comparing traditional psychotherapy, behavioral therapy, and hypnosis. And hypnosis psychotherapy needed 600 sessions to see 30% improvement. Really this much. Behavioral therapy was slightly better, but still you needed like 100 sessions. But hypnotherapy needed only 6 sessions for 90% of improvement. So it is really the most effective tool, and it is a therapy. What I'm doing is not hypnotherapy, it just uses hypnosis as one of the tools, but still, it is amazing. It's just a matter of finding a good therapist. But it's like with everyone, you need to find good yoga teacher or good doctor even, or good lawyer, like they are,
Well, now people can work with you, so. And then I always ask my guests 3 questions at the end. So the first one is, what does happiness mean to you?
Happiness. So I would say happiness is not really this spark, like, I'm so happy now. I would say that happiness is the constant feeling in the background, a little bit like the sun is always shining. You can have cloudy day or storm, but the sun is there. So I would say happiness for me is this state of contentment, like being content with who you are, where you are, what you have. You can change it, you can improve, you can grow, but if you die today, it's all perfect as it is. You don't need to change. You may want to, but it's just great. Like, I am content with who I am and where I am. So I would say this is what happiness is for me.
Nice. And what do you do to be happy?
I identify the blocks that stops me from being happy. I question myself very often if I am really happy, because I think we can get easily distracted or feel comfortable rather than happy. I cultivate my connection with the creator. I think with the universe, it's very important. But the most importantly, and I think the most difficult, but at the same time the simplest, is I think noticing beauty in little moments. Like I don't know how many seconds, millions of seconds is during the day, and how many seconds we stop really to appreciate something. Like, we are always distracted, we are always busy thinking, but if you just stop for 1 second, take the step back and realize, this is really lovely bread. That's it. And if you have few moments like this during the sun feels so good on my skin, or like driving a car, the wind in my, like, the little things, like really basic things, then it boosts your quality of life, because I don't think happiness is about those big moments. It's about many of little moments. And I am guilty, because I know there are days when I don't do it, and I wish, because I think it's so many seconds and I didn't use even one. Like, this is horrible, and I sometimes can go like this for weeks. I would like to remember doing it, because it is always incredible that if you can stop and notice beauty also in the situation that doesn't seem beautiful, then it changes everything.
Nice. So then the next question is, what was the happiest moment of your life?
Horrible question. I think I don't think I have a big moment of happiness. I have many little ones, and it's hard for me to remember. I would say recently is meeting a lot of inspiring women and connecting with them, and it just gives me so much energy, and I feel like, wow, this is great. But yeah, other than this, I don't, like, there are many things that happen in life, but none of them stands especially strong for me.
Nice. I share that with the inspiring women.
Yeah. No, it is nice, because then I was speaking to a friend recently, and we both were brought up in this environment where women compete with each other. There is gossiping, it's this unhealthy feminine energy. I never liked being around women, but now I mean, like, amazing women. Like, they have such fascinating stories. We support each other. We just, like, this is the most beautiful energy, and whoever I meet is just another amazing person. Like, wow, it is great. So I really see now this healthy side of womanhood. And it just makes me feel very proud I am a woman. Like, really, it's great.
Amazing. Is there a book which changed your life?
Yes.
Would you like to recommend?
So at different stages there were different books, but there is one book which made me feel like, I don't know if you heard the saying, you will recognize the truth when you hear it. And for me, that was this book, and it was Conversations with God. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, and I loved it absolutely, because it was like, wow, it really feels true. It may be all the imagination of the author, but it just feels beautiful. And since then, my life became easier. I accept myself. I understood that like everything just made sense, and everything is easy, and it feels like I knew what they're teaching us is not correct. This is the real truth, and it just makes me happy, and it makes my life easy.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I love that one too. It was the same for me.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I just want to believe it, but I do think it's just the best answers I've ever heard about all the unanswered questions of the world. And as long as nobody's giving me better answers.
Absolutely. I remember, and as I mentioned, my scientific or analytical boyfriend, I gave them this book to read, because I sometimes tend to believe things just because I believe them. I feel it feels good, but I didn't find mistake. They all like some. He read the book and he couldn't. Everything felt right, and I think it is he likes this book too. But it is just fascinating.
Yeah. Oh, well, Patrycja, thank you so much.
No problem, it was a pleasure.
Sharing everything, your knowledge, and I'll put your links in the show notes. So if you're in Lagos, you can have a massage in person, and otherwise, do you do the sessions online?
Yes, it works same efficiency as being in person and online. It's just like so cool, like you can hypnotize someone via Zoom. But it works the same, so we can.
And I tried that before. It does really work.
Oh yes.
I had a hypnosis session like 2 years ago.
Okay.
But just one session, so I think that was just maybe going to the problem and without the medicine. But I was just super interested in hypnosis, and it was online, and it totally worked, and it was just amazing because I was there, and like you said before, like your mind is clear in a way. You're still there, like your critical mind, your ego, your whatever, still there, but you're also entering like a different level of mind or of knowledge or whatever it is. So you're both, but I do believe like if the door would ring or whatever, you could just stand up and go, and you're like back. So it's not that you could do anything to someone if you don't want.
No, there is this very easy. I remember our teacher used to say, if we really could control people's mind and tell them whatever we want, then we would say in the hypnosis, okay, and when you pay me, just add 2 more zeros. And we will be all millionaires. But the fact that we are not, if I told you that during hypnosis and pay me 1,000 more instead of 100, like you would think, what you're talking about? It doesn't work like this, so it's the proof it doesn't work. Otherwise, every single hypnotherapist will be a billionaire.
Very smart answer. Very good. Sorry for you. But maybe you find some new clients.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back, and thank you for listening until the end of this episode. Thank you so much for listening, for being here, taking the time. I know your time is precious, and I feel honored that you're spending it with me. And if you feel that there's anything of what I'm sharing useful for someone else, then please share this episode with your friends, with your family. I've seen you share it so much in the last year, and it makes me so happy to see. So please continue to like it, review it, and that keeps me going. And I have so many interesting podcast guests coming up for you, and also some people I reached out to, so cross your fingers that I get to interview them for you. And if you have any topics or anything you're interested in, then also let me know. I'm always open for suggestions and inspiration from your side. Also, if you have an incredible story to share or a tool you need to share with the world or a book, then reach out to me and be a guest on my podcast. And please come and join us in Portugal. It would be lovely to meet you in person or spend some more time with you in May. It would be a beautiful retreat. And for now, no matter where in the world you are, I'm sending you lots of sun and warmth and love from Bali. Such a healing place here. And just know you matter. It's important that you're here. Wherever you are on your journey, you're there for a reason, and it's leading you to something even bigger than you can imagine right now. So keep going, and if you need support, reach out to me. I'm here for you. I love you, love, and namaste.